First and foremost is about balance. A healthy forest has areas of young forest that let in light and have nutrients released so that growth occurs again, and there are different plants and animals that thrive in young, early habitats, and there needs to be a balance with mature forest as well, the older forest that is closed in, darker areas where neotropical migrant songbirds can nest in the canopy, where pine martens can go from tree to tree to escape their predators and hunt and forage. So it's about keeping all the parts, all the species, having a balance of size classes, and figuring out how those should be spread out across the landscape. There are all walks of science that we use here. Botanists in identifying rare plants, ornithologists study birds, forest ecologists study how all those things come together. Silviculture is actually the science of how to grow trees. So there are many different walks of science that we use in figuring out our management here. Forests are important for the habitat that they offer. The Nature Conservancy is here for the plants and animals, which we collectively call biodiversity. But we realize that the forest is much more important than that. It's important for people. We use products from the forest in just about every way imaginable in our daily lives. So we can harvest trees sustainably from this forest, and they go to mills where they're turned into products that range from 2x4s to build houses, wood for pencils to be used in schools. They can go to pulp mills where they're made into paper that we can write and print on, and the list goes on and on. The quality of the water that is produced by the forest is very important as well. There are scientists who have done detailed studies of the oxygen content of the water, how the temperatures change before and after a harvest, and the temperature can be very important to trout, other fish, and aquatic organisms, and whether a stream is inhabitable or not. And we use that information at the same time to plan our harvests. We typically leave a swath of trees along the edges of streams that provide shade and make sure that the water going into the streams is clean and free of dirt or sediment. Some things that we don't see about how the forest works for us include the water that it produces, both in terms of vast quantities of clean water, but it also produces oxygen for us. It absorbs carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere each year. A single tree can absorb enough carbon dioxide and then produce enough oxygen for 10 people to breathe in a single year. And if you multiply that out times millions of trees just found on this property and then beyond that in northern Maine, very quickly you've got enough oxygen for tens of millions of people to breathe. So trees are the lungs of the planet. They can clean our air, it can produce our water, it can give us places to go and recreate, and it can produce products that we find around us every day. The forest works for us in a lot of different ways.